Hi everyone, welcome to Water Goddess Tarot. So the topic for today is what activities or hobbies will bring you more joy. So for that we have three piles. You can see the three images on the screen. I will show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this here is pile number 3. So you can pause the video, take your time, use your intuition and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what activities or hobbies will bring you more joy. So for that we have rebirth. Then we have bittersweet. Then we have drink tea, read, create art, rebirth again, which clearly tells me, pile number 1, that you are definitely going through a period of rebirth whenever you're watching this reading. And the last card we have for you is Scorpio. That says this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. Okay, so now there definitely is somebody who's chosen pile number 1 who is a devotee of Lord Shiva. If you are not, then you can skip this message, but do not skip this reading because we have a lot that is going to come ahead. But then this message is specifically for those who are very well connected or feel very drawn towards Lord Shiva. See, Lord Shiva is by your side, let me tell you that, and he's wanting to connect with you. So, maybe chant, meditate, connect with him, visit a shivling, just go to a temple if possible for you, or just get yourself a Rudraksh mala or a Rudraksh bracelet. But you have to find different ways where you can actually connect with Lord Shiva, and your heart is going to tell you how you're being asked to connect with him, because for everybody it is going to differ. I just gave you a couple of examples as to how you can connect with him, but the connection that you share with Lord Shiva is very personal. So what might work for one person is something that is not going to work for the other one. All right, now moving forward, you should, if you've been wanting to specially get a tattoo done, pile number 1, if you've been wanting to get a tattoo for yourself, you should definitely go for that tattoo, because it is going to bring a lot of new energy into your life. It is going to bring a lot of positivity into your life. Also, you should kind of, go out more often. If you've been wanting to buy contact lenses for yourself, you should definitely do that. There's a lot that you should be doing when it comes to your physical appearance, which is definitely going to bring you a lot of joy. So if you've been wanting to experiment with your looks, with your eyes, with your hair and stuff like that, you should definitely go ahead with that, because it is going to bring you a lot of joy. Also, it is very, very important for you to leave behind your past, because what made you happy 5 years back is not going to make you happy anymore, because you are a changed person, and even at present you are changing, you are evolving. So what you liked back then, there are very high possibilities for you to not like the same thing at this point of time. So let the old go out of your life. That can be your old clothes, that can be your old memories, your old friendships that are not serving you at this point of time. Just leave your past behind. Forgive people from the past. Don't hold on to salty memories. Get rid of everything. There is genuinely a new energy that is surrounding you at this point of time, and you're being asked to invite that energy into your life by being more accepting towards it. There is a bit of resistance in your energy, so you need to be careful with that. Also, if you're somebody who's very strict with your diet, or you've been craving sweet, or you've been wanting to have cake or a muffin and stuff like that, you should definitely pamper yourself. Go ahead with that treat. You can treat yourself. Do not starve, do not deprive yourself of that. Also, if you get an opportunity, pile number 1, to bring a smile to somebody's face, do that, because that is going to make you happy. All right. So now, how can you do that? It is again going to differ from person to person. So you have to kind of ask this question to yourself as to how you can bring a smile to somebody else's face. Now, this can be a random stranger, or this can be somebody who's very close to you. The call is completely yours. But the more you're going to, kind of be kind to people around you, the more joy you're going to feel from the inside. If you're a girl who's watching this reading, you should definitely get your nails done. If you do not want to go for extensions, then you should definitely, start taking care of your nails at home. Maybe, color your nails often, color them in different colors, go for vibrant shades like pinks and blues and greens and stuff like that. Work with colors when it comes to your clothing, when it comes to your nails, when it comes to maybe the curtains of your room. It is time for you to, kind of change your curtains, or get, a new pair, a new set of curtains for yourself. Wear more of bright colors, pile number 1, because that is going to have an impact on your mood. That is definitely going to have an impact on how you feel about yourself, how you feel in your everyday life. Also, I just feel that there's somebody in this reading who doesn't really care as to what they wear to sleep. And this is your message to get yourself new sleepwear, which looks cute, which is very vibrant, and which makes you feel good. You need to take care of yourself, of the way you look when you're at home. I'm not saying just get decked up and stuff like that and, as if you're going to the best party in town. No, but then make sure that the clothes that you're wearing are not worn out. Make sure that the clothes you're wearing are properly ironed. You are smelling good. Your hair's smelling good. Your nails are proper. And trust me when I say this, you're going to attract a lot of Venusian energy when you're going to do all of this. Alright, you're going to activate your Venus. And Venus is all about beauty. It is all about luxury. So it is very, very important for you to take care of yourself. And I don't care who sleeps how, alright? My job is to give you the message that I'm getting. And the message that I'm getting at this point of time is that you need to get new sleepwear for yourself, which is comfy, which is bright, which makes you feel good, and which is properly ironed. And it is actually new. This is your message, pile number 1. I cannot, just play around it. It is a very clear message. Get yourself some new clothes. You should, okay? Now, the next message that I'm getting for you is to paint. Now, don't tell me that I cannot sketch, I'm not good at sketching and stuff like that. I'm not asking you to sketch. Just take some colors, throw all the colors together, become a kid. Become that, that curious 5 or 7-year-old kid, and do whatever you feel like doing with the colors. Just do anything, but do it. I'm telling you, it is going to work like therapy. Colors have a lot of power, and you will understand what I'm saying right now when you're going to try it. So before dismissing all these messages, at least try it once before you dismiss what I'm talking over here right now, because I just feel that there is also somebody over here in this reading who is going to dismiss a lot of messages that I'm giving because they don't want to go outside of their comfort zone. That is fine with me, but all these messages are for you, all right? So you need to understand that whatever I'm doing over here, I'm doing it for you, and I'm just doing it for you to feel better about yourself, for you to feel better in your everyday life, all right? So why not just, kind of give it a try before dismissing it off? Also, pile number 1, you should drink more water. You're not hydrated. Even at this point of time, you're not hydrated. So you should definitely take a note as to how much water you're consuming. Your body is not hydrated. You should switch to herbal teas. Drink tea. Avoid milk in it. Especially, I'm talking about dairy milk at this point of time. The more you can avoid dairy, the better for you, because it is going to have a direct impact on your energy levels. It is going to have a direct impact on how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your body. If there's somebody who has a habit of eating their food on their bed, stop it. Do not do that. You can sit anywhere else but your bed, pile number one. And if possible, you should definitely try kind of sitting in this position while you're having your food, all right? This will help you in digesting your food. This will help you in grounding your energies as well. So you should definitely kind of switch to grounding yourself at this point of time. Another intuitive message that I'm getting is, if you've been wanting to turn into a vegetarian or a vegan, this is the right time. And if you don't want to turn into a vegan or a vegetarian, that too is completely fine. But your body is wanting or is kind of demanding a lot of greens at this point of time. So it is very, very important for you to fuel your body with green vegetables, because there are certain deficiencies that are there in your body. I know this is not a health reading, but I'm here to tell you what hobbies or activities are going to bring you more joy. And the food that you consume is directly connected to how you feel energetically, right? See, everything is super duper connected. Only if you will sit and analyze will you realize as to how well connected our entire system is. The kind of music you listen to, the kind of food you consume, the kind of energy you consume on social media, the kind of energetic exchange you have when you're talking to people around you. So your friend circle, the people you sit with, the people you spend your most time with, the drinks you have, and however your everyday routine is. Every single thing, every single interaction, I mean every bit of your consumption has an impact on your energy levels, has an impact on how good or how dull you're feeling on a particular day, okay? So it is all connected, pile number one. And this is the connect that you need to find. There's a need for you to connect with your body. There's a need for you to connect with your emotions. There's a need for you to be more aware, in the sense that whenever you do a particular activity, you need to kind of map out, or you need to kind of observe as to how it is making you feel when you're doing it. So for example, if you're drinking tea, okay, then how are you feeling after drinking tea? Take note of how you're feeling after drinking tea. I hope I'm making sense at this point of time, and I am able to kind of, give you an insight in regards to what exactly you should be doing. But then, until and unless you try the activities that I'm telling you, you will definitely not understand how powerful all of it actually is. The next message that I'm getting for you is to read. So there is a need for you to read books. Now, different people are going to watch this reading. Everybody has different choices, different preferences. Read whatever book you like. You like fictional, read that. You like non-fictional, read that. Self-help, poetry, whatever you like, pile number one, read that. But it is very, very important for you to find at least 15 minutes out of the 24 hours that you have to read a book, and it is going to be the most beneficial if you do it either before going to bed or after you wake up. These are going to be the two most powerful times when you should be reading a book, because it is going to have a lot of impact on I'd say not just your mood, but also certain energetic changes that are going to happen while you read something. So it is very, very important for you to read pile number 1. Okay? And if you're somebody who's interested in spirituality and you've been wanting to, learn about how everything works, if you're interested in reading spiritual books, it is a huge thumbs up for you to do that. Okay? Do it, because there is something that you're going to figure out of reading a particular book. I don't know what book that is, but there is a particular book for each one of you that is going to be life-changing. And I would advise you to go for something that has been calling you for a really long time, because I can definitely sense this energy coming from either somebody or from the collective who are going to choose pile number 1, that you've been wanting to get a particular book for a really long time, or you already have it but you're not reading it. So read that. Get that book for yourself. It is definitely going to change a lot for you. Okay? And yes, pile number 1, I guess that is what I have for you. And that's about it. So if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to what activities or hobbies are going to bring you more joy. So for that we have enlightenment, abundance, new beginnings, journal, music, celebration, the 9th house, I'll place it here, that says broadening your horizons either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. Then we have intuition, and the last card we have is surrender. Okay, so now I have something to tell you, pile number 2, and that is that when I was shuffling your cards, I was a bit zoned out and I kind of, just pulled out more cards as compared to the other piles. And it's later that I realized that I have pulled 3 extra cards for you, and I was like, you know what, let me just put them back. But then my intuition said that no, pile number 2 needs these extra messages. So I did not put them back, and you have those extra cards over here. But then what I could understand out of this entire thing is that you need to ground your energies. You are kind of daydreaming a lot. Your root chakra is kind of a bit off, and you're overthinking a lot these days, especially when you're watching this reading. So kind of ground your energies, okay? Work on your root chakra, work on your crown chakra also, because it is directly going to have an impact on your crown as well. But start from the bottom, start from the root, all right? Okay, now starting with your messages. Firstly, that I've covered only. Secondly, you are somebody who's very, very intuitive, and you're a very light spirit, okay? Because I don't know why, I am constantly smiling. I am feeling very energetic while I'm reading for you. I am feeling kind of very happy. So maybe that is your energy. Maybe you're a very happy-go-lucky kind of a person. So maintain this energy. But I just feel that it is your overthinking that kind of kills your spirit. Otherwise, you are, what do I say? You're a treat, all right? You're a treat to be with. Yes, I was just looking for this. You're a treat to be with, pile number 2. And whenever people are around you, whenever you are around people, it's always a happy kind of a theme. because that is what your energy is all about. But yes, because you are a feeler, because you're a deep thinker, you are often very ungrounded. Also, you could be a psychic, you could be a reader, and because you channel into a lot of energies, because you do a lot of readings, could be another reason that you are very prone to feeling ungrounded, because those are not your energies. Those are the energies that you're absorbing because you're reading for different people. All right, and if you're a reader, you definitely have an idea as to what you're supposed to do about it. But I just feel there's somebody who knows that what you're supposed to do, but still is choosing to not do anything. So just do it, okay? Now, coming back to business. Connect with the spirit world. Okay, pile number 2. You are already very connected to the spirit world, but there is a need for you to connect with the spirit world. We have enlightenment, we have intuition, we have over here broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. That is the 9th house. You have a particular spirit team, a particular spirit guide. I mean, your team, guide, or a particular god that you believe in. I mean, there is somebody on the other side that is extremely high vibrational, who has been wanting to connect with you, pile number 2. But you are kind of ignoring it because you are ungrounded. Okay? So work on your root chakra. Over here too, you are very intuitive, but there is an imbalance in your root chakra. You need to consume more of red foods, pile number 2. Okay, this is not a health reading, but then eat more of fruits and food that have the color red in it. Okay, work on your root chakra, ground your energies. That is what is going to bring you more joy. You need to ground your energies no matter what, because once your energies are grounded, your third eye is going to work beautifully, your crown is going to work beautifully. Any which way, you are somebody who's already aware, but I'm just putting a stamp on whatever questions you've been asking yourself, that yes, you need to do something legit to kind of ground your energies. Also, you might be somebody who doesn't have a fixed sleeping routine. Fix that. You have to wake up when the sun rises and try going to bed as early as possible, in the sense that you get around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And if you're a night owl, I know this is the biggest challenge that I could have thrown your way, but then it is what it is, and I am giving you the messages that I'm getting. But in order to bring more joy into your life, in order to feel more good in your body, in your soul, it is important for you to kind of wake up when the sun rises and take some vitamin D in the early hours. That is going to have an impact on your entire body, and the initial 1 week is going to be very difficult, but post that, your entire cycle is going to change, and you're going to see a lot of changes in your physical body as well. You're not just going to feel physically fit, but you're also going to feel mentally fit. You are somebody who is very anxious, or who gets anxious very, very easily. Okay? So there's a lot of anxiety that cripples here and there in your everyday life. You are very guarded, pile number 2. And when things don't happen according to your plan, your anxiety just triggers. Okay? So all in all, I'm just trying to tell you that you can change a lot by simply changing your sleeping schedule, by taking better care of yourself. Okay? This is the perfect time for you to kind of start something new. Do not hesitate, do not doubt yourself. If you want to, it can be something as random as you wanting to cook a new meal, or you wanting to try a new recipe, or you just wanting to make a new Instagram page for yourself, or you starting your own YouTube channel, whatever you want, but you've been contemplating for a really long time, do it. If you've been wanting to kind of write a book, start writing your book. If you've been wanting to kind of join a dance class for yourself, do that. I'm just throwing random examples to make you understand that it can be something as random as you just wanting to buy a new dress for yourself, for that matter. Whatever new you want to add to your life, stop being in your head and waiting for it to just appear out of nowhere magically. Do it. Take action towards that thing, all right? Do not wait for the right time, is all I'm trying to say. If you have time in your hand, if you have the opportunity to get things done, do it. Do not push things to tomorrow, because you're going to feel very good about yourself when you're going to accomplish something that you have set your mind to. Which gives me another message that it is very important for you to have a kind of a routine, maybe for you to kind of, plan a day prior as to how you're going to spend your next day. Because we've got journaling too for you. So journaling is any which way going to bring you a lot of happiness. Journaling doesn't just mean to journal random stuff. You can kind of make a plan for the next day, or make a 1-year plan, 5-year plan, 2 months plan, 3 months plan, or you can kind of, just pour your heart out and write down all your feelings, whatever you've been feeling, or you can kind of, write in your manifestation journal, whatever it is. The more you're going to kind of, write your goals and your dreams, the more you're going to get the energy to kind of accomplish them and feel very fulfilled. And this is going to give you a sense of power, pile number 2. And you are very ambitious, okay? I'm getting this energy that you're very ambitious and you want to do something for yourself, regardless of your gender. You are somebody who is very much in your masculine energy, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need to kind of be able to handle that energy. You don't have to throw yourself in so much of, being the provider, being stable, just earning this much and stuff like that, that you are not able to take care of yourself, that you are just ignoring the feminine inside of you. So you don't have to go down that path. Also, I know this is a very random and a weird message, but then if you're a girl, then wear yellow nail paint, because that is kind of lucky for you, okay? And even if you're a guy and you like to paint your nails, I mean, this reading is not about genders at this point of time. But then if you like to paint your nails, and paint your nails yellow, or just go for something bright like an orange or a red or a pink. But then yellow is kind of a lucky color for you, and you should work more with yellow. Listen to music. I am anyway very much sure that you are somebody who likes to listen to music. You listen to a lot of music. But try listening to more peppy songs, all right? Listen to music and sing out loud, because that is going to release that excess energy. That is going to remove the blocks, the energetic blocks that you're facing. And that is going to make you kind of feel a lot lighter. Also, if you want to play an instrument, if you want to learn to play an instrument, if you already have any instrument, work with that. Or you can, kind of simply use a table or your kitchen slab and just create a jam for yourself. Just loosen up, pile number 2. You need to loosen up. There's a lot of tightness in your body. I just feel I'm talking to somebody who's a lot of sore muscles, who needs to get a body massage done, who needs to just loosen up a bit and enjoy life more and not take everything so seriously. Because life is any which way, it's fragile, right? So why are you so uptight? Why are you so tough on yourself? Just loosen up. I know it is easier said than done. I know we all are going through our share of, SHIT, but then we all are. That is what you need to understand. It is not just you. It is not just me. It is not just XYZ. It is everybody. Nobody's life is perfect. Everyone has their shares of ups and downs. Everyone goes through a lot which you know nothing about, right? So don't just feel that it is happening only with you, because nobody's going to come up and tell you that, you know what, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. No, everybody's way of dealing with their pain is very much different. So you need to understand that. But you need to figure out what works best for you, how you can release that negative energy from your body, how you can release the lower vibrations from your energetic system. And you can very well do that by listening to music, by listening to subliminals, by listening to kind of, guided meditations that will help you in attracting whatever you're wanting to manifest for yourself. Also, you should, again, as I said before, that you need to loosen up a bit. Just, you have come far in life, pile number 2, let me tell you that. Please just sit with yourself and see where you were and see how far you've come. Don't see where you want to go. That is something that you can cover up later. But give yourself the credit for the strength that you've shown in all these years and how much you've changed as a person. You've become such a fine person, pile number 2. You've really grown as a person, okay? So celebrate yourself, spend some money on yourself, pamper yourself, go out. If you don't have friends, go out with yourself, celebrate yourself. Get yourself something, go on a solo trip if you don't have people around you, go for a vacation, book a body massage for yourself. Or just, simply put your favorite song and have a pajama party with yourself in your room. But do something that is extremely crazy. Just go wild. You need to go wild. You need to activate your sacral chakra in the sense that you need to, get that sacral and solar energy out of your system, which is kind of waiting to come out. You have a lot of it, let me tell you that. But it is kind of stuck because you are somebody who has control issues, pile number 2. You see, I told you you're a very happy and peppy person, but that is one version of you. The other version of you is very defensive. That is very controlling. You're very cautious, okay? And you're very, very, kind of calculated as to who you're going to allow in your life, whose energy you're going to accept and stuff like that, which is good. It is a good thing. But don't be so tough on yourself, yeah. You're doing very well for yourself. Even if your finances are not very strong at this point of time, though you're doing pretty well financially, because we've got the abundance card also, which tells me that you're very, very lucky. And this is the extra card that I got for you, one of the extra cards that I got for you, okay? So how can you bring yourself more joy? You can bring yourself more joy by being thankful for what you have in the now, because you really do have a lot of it. Let me tell you that. You have good amount of money, okay? And by abundance is not just money, but then I just feel that you're somebody who's kind of worried about your financial stability. So I am taking this as a sign for money. Spend money. Don't hold on to money so tightly that, you disturb the flow. I'm not saying just blow out all your money. No. Give money. Help people who are less privileged. You need not publicize it. If you're somebody who believes in doing that, to each his own. But I'm just telling you, you need not, blow your own trumpet. But just, because there's an imbalance in your give and take, and the more you give, the more you're going to get. Though this should not be a motivating factor for you, but this money you're not going to take with you when you're going to leave this world, right? Now, do not get triggered. There's somebody who's not going to take this message correctly. All I'm trying to say is that if you are somebody who's been blessed by the universe, by God, that you have so much with you. You'll always have, let me just cut it out. You'll always have somebody who has more than you, and you'll always have a bunch of people who are going to have less than you. So you do not have to look at who has more than you. You need to understand what your purpose is. If you have something and there are people who are less privileged as compared to you, you are not going to go small. You're not going to lose your money if you're going to kind of, help people who are less privileged. Do it. It is going to bring you a lot of joy. It is going to bring you a lot of satisfaction. There has to be a switch when it comes to your relationship with money. Okay? And yes, as much as you're helping others, you need to spend some money on yourself also, is a repeated message that I'm getting. Pile number 2, please pamper yourself. You deserve it and you should. So yeah, that's about it, I guess. I've, kind of told you whatever I could see for you. Do these activities and they are definitely going to bring you a lot of joy, and be present in the moment, okay? So whatever you're doing, no matter how mundane that activity is, enjoy it, live it fully. Be present. There's a need for you to be present. I'm just telling you, you are an overthinker. This is the constant message that I'm getting. You solve your root chakra issue, you solve your crown thing. I mean, you are going to win half of the battle that you're facing right now. So just kind of go to the park, ground your energies, hug a tree, walk barefoot on the grass, include more of red in your life, eat red fruits. Kind of, you can also go to the beach, walk barefoot over there. Just connect with Mother Nature. That is going to bring you a lot of joy. You can also take a vacation to the mountains or the beach, okay? Which is going to kind of ease you out and reduce the anxious energy that is around you. Okay, pile number 2. So I'm just sending you lots and lots of love. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what activities or hobbies are going to bring you more joy. So for you, we have sacred healing, write a gratitude list, connect with your womb, forgiveness, take a walk, guilt, and your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. Okay. So now, first of all, pile number 3, I just feel that I'm talking to a kitchen witch, or I am talking to a potential kitchen witch. Okay. And by kitchen witch, what I mean to say over here is you have the power to heal people via food. And if you're somebody who hates cooking or who doesn't know how to cook meals and stuff like that, that is completely fine. This is the energy that you embody, and you are definitely going to kind of figure this person that is inside of you in the coming years, months, days, whatever. All right? So even if you are not interested in cooking when you're watching this reading, there will come a time in your life when you will realize as to how much power lies in your kitchen, in the ingredients of your kitchen, and in your hands as well. So either I'm talking to somebody who's a very good cook, or you will realize this about you in the coming days, or in the coming months, or in the future. So you can bring more joy to your life by cooking more meals, by using the ingredients in your kitchen to kind of create magic. And by magic, I'm talking about white magic right now. You can manifest a lot out of the herbs and spices that are there in your kitchen. because they hold a lot of magic. This is a very strong message that I'm getting for you, pile number 3, and it is such a different message when I am kind of comparing the 3 piles right now. This is the most distinct message that I'm getting, that there's something about your hands. So you could be a Reiki healer also, but then there's something about you cooking some delicious meals, and there's something about you manifesting out of food, or you kind of, doing spell work out of the kitchen ingredients, or something on the similar lines. So just experiment with that, pile number 3. I mean, just experiment with that. You never know what you're going to get out of it. But then there is something. So now this can be something as simple and as random as when you're about to have your food, okay? Just charge your food with a small prayer and set an intention before you eat your food, okay? So for example, if you're somebody who's a very sensitive gut, because you have it, we've got the womb card over here, which, oh my God, this is so damn connected. That is what I love about these readings, because unknowingly I just said that, for example, if you have a sensitive gut, and there's definitely somebody who has gut issues, okay? So listen to this. If you're somebody who has sensitive gut, before you eat your food, charge your food by saying a simple prayer. First, thank your food for existing. And trust me, all these things, they do make a lot of difference. Secondly, just simply tell your food that, I'm filling you with a lot of healing energy, and when you're going to go inside my system, you're going to heal my gut. And if you're somebody whose gut is very, very sensitive, trust me, I can vouch, because it's been tried and tested. I do have sensitive gut, so I'm just telling you because I've tried this in my life. You are going to see the difference. You are going to see this difference. And these little things, these intentions, they make a lot of difference. Any which way, you should always bless your food before you're eating it. It is a must. And if you don't do it, start doing it from now. You don't have to say a 100-page letter. You don't have to say a long prayer. You just have to say thank you to your food for existing, because that is what is providing you with your everyday nutrition, right? So all you got to say is a small thank you. It's hardly going to take 2 seconds for you to say a thank you. That's it, right? So bless your food, bless your water, because there's something magical about you, pile number 3. Okay? There's something magical about you because there is magic inside of you. So when you're going to do it, you're going to see the result on the spot maybe, because it is something that is already, it is something that you're already gifted with. You have magical powers. I would just like to tell you that. Maybe you have not been able to explore it, but do it. Also, how can you bring more joy? Go for a walk in the forest. If you've been wanting to go for some kind of a hike or a trek, go for that hike or a trek. If you have a park around you, go and take a walk in that park. There's a need for you to kind of connect with greenery. I'm not talking about water at this point of time. You need to visit places that have more trees. I want you to surround yourself with greenery, with nature, with birds, with, a lot of freshness. So you need to go out in the sun, and you need to take that walk in nature, because that is not just going to help you with your root, but that is also going to activate a lot of psychic gifts that you have inside of you. Because this pile will mostly be chosen by those who have psychic gifts, but they are not aware of them. And if you are aware of your psychic gifts, there are more gifts that you have, which you will discover about when you're going to do these activities more often. Okay? So take a walk in the park, go for that trek, go for that hike, go to that forest, work with your kitchen ingredients. If you want to join a music school, a music class, go for it. If you want to learn a new instrument, go for it. Okay? You should definitely listen to the drumming beats. Okay? If you're somebody who's interested in learning how to, work with the drums, then definitely you should go ahead with that. But if you are not comfortable with that, then there are certain frequencies that are available on YouTube, because the sound of the drum is considered to be very, very healing. Okay? And it is also associated to the shamans. So you are definitely somewhere down the line connected in that sense. And it is going to kind of, you listening to the beats of the drum is going to kind of just activate a lot inside of your energetic body. There are a lot of activations that are going to start happen for you, pile number 3. Okay? So do that. Also, if you've been wanting to kind of get yourself a tattoo, this message I got in another pile as well. I don't remember, I think it was pile number 1. But if you're wanting to get yourself a new tattoo, do that. Okay? It is going to make you feel good. Especially if your tattoo is somewhere revolving around spirituality, then it's a definite yes. Write a gratitude list. It is a very simple and clear-cut message. You're going to attract more of it. And it is not just for the heck of it that I'm saying. You are definitely going to see a lot of difference when you're going to practice gratitude. So because we all are very busy in our lives and we don't have a lot of time, you don't need to write a 10-page letter. Just write before going to bed. Write any 5 things that you're grateful for. Okay? You can be grateful for being alive. You can be grateful for, just being happy, having food on your plate, for you being fit and fine when it comes to your physical body, when it comes to your health. I mean, you can be grateful for just anything. You can be grateful for even listening to this video or coming across this video. You need not need something extremely huge in your life to be grateful for. You can be grateful for something as random as you crossing a path with a stranger who gave you such a bright smile that your mood just got uplifted. Okay? So write a gratitude list. Make this a habit of yours, because it is definitely going to have a positive impact on your life. You are somebody who has inner child wounds. You need to do inner child healing, pile number 3. And there's a lot of, I would say, trauma that is stored in your sacral and your solar chakra. Okay? So you need to kind of release that. How can you release that? You can release that by whatever I've said till now. Also, you need to take care of your eating habits. You need to take care of what goes inside your system, because when you are somebody who is already so magical and so gifted, your gut is any which way going to become even more sensitive, because your body is going to reject everything that is low vibrational, and it is going to happen with time. So if you were somebody who used to, who used to have no problem when it comes to digesting any kind of foods, but recently you're facing issues with digesting the same food, that is because you're changing energetically, and that is having an impact on your physical body as well. Because when you are flushing out the toxins from your body will not be able to tolerate if you're going to put garbage inside of it. So it is very, very essential for you to be very careful as to what you eat. If you're a woman, just observe how your menstruation cycle is. Okay? sync with the moon, because your cycle is directly linked to the phases of the moon. So whenever whenever you're chumming, write down if you started to chum around the new moon or the full moon, because your emotions are directly connected to the phase of the moon. All right. So it is very, very important for you to understand your body in a better manner, to understand what your body is going to accept, and to understand what your body is kind of rejecting. There is some kind of sexual trauma that you're holding inside of you, or there is some kind of sexual tension that is there, which you need to kind of release. And you can do that when you accept yourself fully, when you accept whatever has happened in your life, when you kind of forgive yourself for whatever you are blaming yourself for, or whatever somebody else did to you that was not morally correct, or that kind of led to, you having a wounded heart chakra, a wounded sacral chakra. There is at least one person who has had some kind of sexual exploitation in their life, or somebody touched you inappropriately in your childhood and stuff like that. This can be very triggering. I do understand that. It's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. There's somebody who's just blaming themselves for something that they're not supposed to. Forgive yourself, because until and unless you forgive yourself, unless you forgive whatever has happened in your life, or whatever you've seen while growing up, which is very much related to maybe the kind of bond that your parents share with each other. Okay? And that bond might not be very pleasant, let me tell you that. So you as a person, even if you're a guy for that matter, okay, maybe you've not seen a lot of healthy relationships in your life, and there is that wound in your heart. Your inner child is scared. Your inner child is wounded. Your inner child is scared of vulnerability. That needs to happen, pile number 3. And how can you do that? How can you bring more joy into your life? Is by releasing your fears, is by allowing people in your life, is by opening your heart to trusting people again, because you have trust issues. You cannot trust people, and that is because of the past experiences that you've had, either with the women in your life or with the men in your life, or by seeing failed marriages or relationships in your life for that matter, and maybe some kind of abuse as well. This can be physical, this can be mental, this can be emotional as well. Okay? My intention is not to trigger you. My intention is to make you understand that there is somebody in your life who understands where you're coming from. And I'm not here to judge you, because I know how it feels. I'm here just to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to feel your feelings. You're not wrong in that. But it is not okay for you to never trust again. It's not okay for you to keep your heart closed off to love, to keep your heart closed off to allowing people into your life, to keep your heart closed off to being intimate with somebody. That is, I never even thought that this reading is going to be so damn intense, but it is. And I just want to tell you that you're a beautiful human being, pile number 3. And even if nobody has told you that, I'm telling you that today, because you really are. Okay? And you need to love yourself more. Okay? You really need to connect with yourself, heal your inner child, do things that make you happy, allow people in your life to kind of prove you wrong, because whatever's happened has happened. But that doesn't mean that every person you encounter is coming into your life with an agenda to hurt you or to break you, right? There will definitely be somebody who's going to come into your life, who's going to accept you for who you are, who's going to nurture you. You're going to water them, they're going to water you, right? So you need to open your heart chakra. You need to open your sacral. You need to open your solar. You need to ground your root. Also, you have sacrificed yourself for people in your life. And somewhere down the line, you have this fear of people taking advantage of your vulnerability or people taking advantage of your emotions. You are the pile that has to do a lot of emotional work. Other piles were more related to them, doing physical work. But you are somebody who is being asked to do a lot of purging. So cry, pile number 3. Do not be afraid of your own tears. You're not weak if you're somebody who cries. Being vulnerable is a proof that you are a human, a beautiful human, okay? And you are supposed to feel your feelings, to feel your emotions. You cannot shut it out. So cry. Cry, pile number 3, because you need to. You need to get rid of a lot of emotions, and you're somebody who's running away from those emotions by kind of just getting immersed in work and stuff like that. Face it. Feel your feelings. So what if people have taken advantage? They did, but not everybody is going to do that. So how can you just feel better about yourself? How can you bring more joy into your life? Is by saying no to people. Learn to say no to people. Alright? If you don't want to do something, just say I don't want to do it. Don't be a people pleaser, because I know it takes a lot of strength from being a people pleaser to being somebody who has boundaries, because you end up feeling guilty for that, But this is what you need to learn. So there is a lot of heart chakra work that you need to do. There's a lot, pile number 3. And my advice would be to be extremely gentle with yourself, to please treat yourself in a way that you would treat your loved one, that you would treat somebody whom you love the most. Okay? So now think of a person. Think of anybody whom you love the most. How or what advice would you give them if they were in your situation? Please treat yourself like that. Don't be harsh with yourself, okay? I just want to tell you that you're very, very loved, because I just feel I'm talking to somebody who's very love deprived, and I'm not liking it, because nobody deserves to feel that they're not loved, okay? So I'm here to tell you that you are loved, you are special, you make a lot of difference to a lot of people, you matter, and if you're alive, then that is for a reason, because you have a purpose on this planet which you're yet to fulfill. So just follow the calling of your soul, be good to yourself, and do not rush the process, but feel your feelings, because there is somebody out there in this universe who will understand you, point number A, and who will understand where you're coming from, and who might even have the same story as yours, okay? So just be gentle. I don't know why. I want to tell you, be gentle, pile number 3. Don't be that tough cookie. It's not working out for you, okay? Just chill. You need to take a chill pill and be good to yourself and be trusting of the people around you, because you do have people who want to enter your life, but somewhere down the line you are kind of rejecting them, or maybe your energy is, or maybe the universe is kind of creating obstacles because you need to do a lot of work, and which is fine. There is no time limit. You can take your time, but all I'm trying to say is, do not burden yourself just because your past was not pleasant. Alright? So I'm sending you a big hug, pile number 3. Okay. So now, because I have not given you a lot of activities, so what activities I'd give you is, I wanted to have water, but I'll have it later. It's okay. Now, what activities I'd give you is to, kind of, you need to balance your heart, your root, your sacral, and your solar. So route I've told you. Take a walk, visit forest, connect with Mother Nature, hug a tree and stuff like that, walk barefoot in the grass, etc, etc. I say this in almost all my readings, so if you are a follower, an ardent follower, you know everything. So for the sacral, I'd like to say is that, you know, just work with bright colors. You work with orange, work with yellows, work with red, work with green. Okay, then same goes for the fruit and the food family as well. That is how, you know, you can add different colored vegetables into your life to balance your chakras. Also, kind of create something, because you're an artist, you are very, very creative. So create something out of it. Use your creativity. Do not wait for huge accolades or validation from people. Create art for yourself, not for the world. Okay, stop waiting for people to tell you that you're good, because you are good. You need to be good in your eyes. Stop waiting for people to validate you. Also, do yoga. Just be good to yourself by taking care of yourself, pamper yourself, and don't get addicted to just one night stands, is what I'd say, because that is going to anyway, you know, give more power to the devil energy inside of you, to your ego. So do not do that. Do not do that. Okay? The best way you can do to kind of, you know, heal yourself, pile number 3, and to feel the actual joy of who you are as a person, is to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, forgive your past, forgive everybody from your past. Leave that chapter behind and cry your heart out. Do this much, and please come back to me and tell me after a month as to how you feel. Okay? That's it, pile number 3. I am sending you a lot of love, and if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!